Hey, TGIT, thank God it's today. How are you guys? Happy New Year 2022. Wow, it's just crazy that the new year is here already. So exciting. I'm so ready for 2022. I'll be sharing something with you guys in the next couple of days. Just something from my heart and my experience. Hey John, how are you? Great talking with you earlier. So, I've been like congested from the trip to Vegas. I think it's a mix of the climate change there. I got really stuffy whenever I was there, the dry climate that I'm not used to, and then coming back. And I think probably a lot of it has to do with, you know, there's so many people and so much smoke and you're not used to that. So pardon me if I cough, but I have been getting in my sauna every day since I got back to try to clear it all out and detox all that yucky stuff out of my head. So thank you for joining me. So today I'm going to talk to you about what is consuming you, or who is consuming you. And I'm going to be vulnerable and share one of my, if not my biggest faults with you guys. I think it's important to, you know, share your strengths and share your faults. So I'm going to share with you guys my biggest fault to date in 47 years. So most of you know that I had a recent major hard month. Like, it was the hardest month of my entire life. And there were days, like in the last 3 weeks, you know, or last 4 weeks of December, you know, when everything fell apart and everything happened, there were days that I would get up and get my kids, you know, doing their school and everything, and taking one to school and starting the other on his. And then I would literally be like, oh my gosh, I just have to go lay in my bed. And I'm a big music person, but God was like, no, I just need you to be still and I need you to be quiet. Okay, I don't want to cry. And one day I just literally came back and laid in my bed with all my covers on me and stared at the ceiling for hours and hours, and just reflected and talked to God about everything that had happened in my life. And, you know, of course we all question God. God, why? Why did this happen? You know, what did I do wrong? You know, what was my part in it? You know, that's just what we do. I mean, we should reflect internally. And I'm big about reflecting internally and trying to grow, because that's what you should do with everything that comes in your life. You should grow. So the deal for me, my biggest fault is that when I love someone, I love to a fault. And I am consumed with that love, that person. And in the process of that, I unfortunately put all of my desires, all of my dreams, all of the things that I know I need in my life back on the back burner. And I just forget all about it. And I just focus on, oh, what can I do to help you? What are your dreams? This and this and that. And God really dealt with me about that. And he was like, you do it every time. You always forget about your dreams and the things that you are called to do. And you are miserable because you can't live like that. And that is a fact. I was miserable because I put everything I know I'm created to do aside for someone else. And you cannot live like that. And so God was really talking to me. And here's what he has showed me. Every relationship you have, first with God, that's the most important. With your significant other, with your family members, with your friends, with people at your job, every single relationship is like a bank. Deposits have to come in and then withdrawals are taken. And if that's a healthy relationship, it'll always stay in the black. But if you are in any type of relationship where withdrawals are always being made and no deposits are coming in, then that relationship goes in the red and it's draining. So if a relationship is draining you with anyone around you, that is not a healthy relationship. If you're leaving tired and you feel drained all the time and you feel like, where am I at? Where is me in this? Then that's not healthy. And that's the point that I was at. I was like, God, something's wrong. Something is wrong here. What is it? And God told me. I didn't like the answer, but God told me. And I said, okay, well, I'm giving it to you because I know what I'm created to do and I know what I'm born to do. So I'm giving it to you. 3 days later, that was over. And I was in such shock. I was in disbelief. But if you give God your life and you allow him to be in charge of your life, sometimes you're not going to like the things that he does, but it is for your best interest. And I couldn't see that at the time. At the time, you get upset, hurt, angry, all of the above, and question everything. But when you get a little further past it, you can look back and see and understand. And so that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I know what I'm created to do. I know what I'm born to do. And so if any of you follow me on my regular Facebook, and even here, I'm proud to say it, I am not dating anyone, and I have no desire whatsoever to date, period. And that's why God said no more for a while. You have a mission to do, and I want you to be consumed with me. I am your first love. In Hebrews chapter 12, God told me this morning, he said, you be consumed with me, and everything else will fall into place. And that's what he shared with me. Our God is a consuming fire, but he's also a very jealous God. And I made a conscious commitment to God to pursue the mission. He asked me if I would accept my mission in life, and I told him yes. And guess what that mission is? It's you. You are that mission. I am here for you and others like us, to share all of my faults, to share my weaknesses, to share my strengths, and to help others. I'm here to do that, and that's what I was born to do. And if anything gets in the way of that, then God's going to consume it and remove it. And I have learned that. So now, I will not do anything without asking him, and I will certainly not allow anyone in my life without him saying yes. If he says no, it's no. And I'm not arguing with God anymore. I'm not trying to show God what's best anymore. I'm done. I learned a very hard lesson, the hardest lesson I've ever learned in my life. I went through pure hell like I've never gone through in my life. My heart was broken, and I was so hurt and so crushed and so down. But I had to give it to God, and I have to let him bring the beauty from the ashes, because I promise you guys, I was in ashes. But the beauty from the ashes is what I'm created to do, and that's to be here and to share my heart with you. And all I pray for, all I ask God for, is that one of you right now is saying, I needed that. I can relate. I needed it. That's it. One person. So if you're that person, I love you. And you're the reason I'm on this Facebook Live right now. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed hearing from my heart and hearing my faults. It's not easy to share your faults with the world, because anybody can watch this, you know. It's just true though. I'm not ashamed of my faults, because without your faults, you don't have strengths. And without the pain that I've suffered, I have no gain, because my pain is my gain. So whatever I've gone through is worth it, because I've become wiser and stronger. Finally, took me 47.5 years, but I finally learned a very valuable lesson. It's God first, and I will be consumed with God 100%, and everything else follows that. Of course, my children, they're next. My kids are second, always. My family is my heart. And you guys, y'all are third on that list. It's God, my family, and you guys. All of you. You are my tribe, and I love my TGIT tribe more than anything. I have wanted to share with you so many videos in Vegas. I wanted to share with you whenever I was in the Grand Canyon, but I honestly was so overwhelmed. I couldn't even talk. So the next video I share will be about my experience in the Grand Canyon with God, and I cannot wait to share that experience with you. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I love you. I have missed you. I pray blessings over you, that you would have the best year you have ever had. I'm believing God for it, and I believe it for you too. 2022, the best ever. I know it's my best year. I mean, I know. I am solid in that. Because why? Because I'm consumed with God. And if I'm consumed with him, nothing else matters. So I love you guys. I'm gonna go run some errands, go get some food to cook for my kids tonight. We are getting a major cold front that's coming in. So my daughter texted me from school and said, Mom, please grill me a steak. And I was like, okay. So I'll be dressed up really warm, but I'll make that little wish come true, because tomorrow the high here is 26. Oh my goodness. There will be no more grilling for a while, I'm sure. Alrighty, well, I love you guys so much. TGIT, thank God it's today. If you think this video would mean something to somebody, by all means you can share it or tag somebody that you love that may need it. I love you. Thank you for the hearts. All my hearts right back to you. And have a wonderful, blessed, beautiful today. I love you guys. Bye.